Hey everyone, welcome back to Noah's Ark Fishing. Captain Noah here, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be getting after something that is just a ton of fun, something we do here in the winter time to really break up the stress of winter and just those long days. We're getting out into the local islands on the beaches, going wade fishing. We're going after these big schools of reds out here, and we're getting into our just complete winter suits and getting after excuse me, getting after it out here. And what that means is it's going to be cold. Yes, it's going to be very cold. Where we're at, we are located in Harkers Island, North Carolina, run out of Cape Point Marina, and which, for those that don't know, is near Beaufort, something like that. We're fishing the beaches, possibly Atlantic Beach, around the Fort Macon Rock Jetty. We're fishing Shackleford Island. We're fishing Cape Lookout National Seashore. And what we're doing is we're going out. We usually beach up on the inside waters and we walk over, carry all our gear over. We usually have a good beach cart with all our coolers of gear, things like that. And we're just getting after it out here in the surf, which is a ton of fun. But what I want to talk about first is you got to stay, number one, you got to stay dry and you got to stay warm in order to be able to do this, to enjoy it. That's the name of the game. Otherwise, you're just going to be miserable and there's no reason to get out there. But on the wader side, you're going to need a good set of waders that don't leak, that keep you warm, dry, all of that. And what I'm doing, I go with the High and Dry Outdoors brand of breathable waders. I'm not wearing neoprene anymore. It's just too restrictive, things like that. These breathable waders give me a lot of mobility, things like, just super good with a wading belt on just in case you get any water. But speaking of which, getting water, the way to really keep the water out is to have a really good coat over top of your waders so you can take those heavy surfs. This is the High and Dry Outdoors neoprene coat. It's probably 2.5, 3 millimeter. Got the good zipper with the flap to keep the water out. When you zip that up and you button this Velcro hasp up here, along with zipping up these zippers over top of your gloves, very little bit of water, got a good hood, staying warm, something you're just not going to really have to worry about again, not going to have to worry about. You're going to get a little bit wet, your face is going to get wet. The other thing is your hands. Everybody can see I'm wearing some gloves here. These are the Fish Monkey blocker gloves, 2 millimeter neoprene, super easy to work with. Got the finger slits, so when you do need to use your fingers, tying line, doing whatever, removing hooks, things like that, you can pop those out, use them, go right back in. These are really good for using all day. Doesn't matter. They're going to get a little wet inside. Doesn't matter. You're going to stay warm, even in some of the coldest temperatures we get. So it's going to be really good. Moving forward to catching fish. What I'm doing, I am using a 7.5 foot rod, with a 4,000 reel. There's plenty of brands out there, all of that. I'm going to show you what I use personally, and we can go from there. I'm using the Star Rods Sequence. It's got the red, silver, and black wrap on it if you're curious, and I'm using a 7.6 6 to 14 pound, which is probably about a medium action. I really like the 7.6 for the casting ability. I can really sling it out there. And as far as it being the Sequence, I really like this blank for this application in fishing. I'm having this hooked up with a 4,000 series reel, and I'm using 15-pound Finn's braid wind tamer, just because that wind tamer is so good on wind knots and things, and we are throwing everything into a very hard onshore northeast wind, so that's a big deal. Now, going into what we use to actually catch the fish, lures, things like that. I've used a lot of stuff over the years, and to me, my number one, just what I call the game changer when this came out, the Clark Spoon shad jigs, 1.5 ounces. It's a big deal. For this application of fishing, this 1.5 ounces is perfect. This shad provides the best flutter action, and not sure about what the green and chartreuse does, but this one color is just a killer. It catches more of those reds than I've ever caught on anything else. So You know, there's you can use a lot of stuff. You know, try different things. But that right there, that's as far as a good setup that's proven. And if those reds are there, and you got all your gear, you're gonna catch them on this guy. Just make sure you got enough rod to get to them. You got to be able to get off that beach a little ways with your cast, and you know, make sure your line's good and all that good stuff. But you know, getting there, we are going, like I said earlier, we are getting in on the lee side of these islands, the calm side, anchoring up. I don't like to anchor too close to shore. Always anchor off because I don't want to come back and the tide's going out and my boat's aground. I can't leave. So be good with that. Make sure your lines are tied, anchor's good, all of that. And we load all of our stuff into a beach cart and we'll walk across the island. This is a little bit of an ordeal. I don't go for the 2 or 3 hours. I'm usually going for the 6 to 8 hour day of fishing when I'm doing this because it's a lot to get together. But you know, take your tackle, take a cooler for some fish and food. It's just cold, it's wintertime, so make sure you take food in case you do get stuck over there for some reason. You're good to go. But just a super fun fishery. Get out there in that surf, puts life back into you, and it's just a great activity to do in the wintertime. We're doing this between January 1st and like middle of March. So there's plenty of time to get out there. Plenty of good weather. We love a good northeast wind blowing right in our face. These drum like it rough. We usually find a place where there's a little point or a little finger sandbar where it's a little bit rougher and a little more stirred up. Those fish are usually going to be in there. And something else I'd like to add to it, you know, I always get a group of guys to go with me. For one, I'm not going by myself in the wintertime. But for two, the more people you have, when you get there, you can scatter up and down this beach, wherever you may be. Sooner or later, somebody's going to come across them, and then everybody can join in the fun. You know, that's pretty much how it works. But hey, thanks for tuning in. I really hope that some of this information is usable for those of you watching. Please hit like and subscribe if this is beneficial to you, and I hope that it is. And look, get out there, enjoy the winter, and get after it. Have a good one.